What are you watching when you're a kid? What are the shows that mean something to you on TV?
Letterman was a huge one.
Yep.
We didn't have, I grew up in Santa Cruz, California, which is this little kind of hippie beach town. And so we didn't have a TV in our house. I lived with my mom for a majority of the time and then went back and forth. But while I was living there, my dad got me this little 5-inch black and white TV that I just kept in my room. And I was just glued to it. Without cable television, you have 3 stations. So I would just watch whatever was on from 7 p.m. or whenever till they went off the air at, what was it, 1:30 or 2 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Letterman, and Different Strokes and whatever network comedies were on. Yeah. Hour-long dramas always felt like too grown up and boring until I got older. And now you go back and look at hour-long dramas when, we were coming of age and they're just like pornography bad, Yeah. Like, not only are they just weirdly bad, but they show there's so much shoe leather just because they're trying to fill up the 42 minutes.
Oh, I'm obsessed with, I've had huge fights. I had a huge fight with Bill Burr, who loves Chips. Uh-huh. And I went after Bill and said, Chips is a piece of shit. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's getting crazy on me about how much he loves Chips and how much it meant to him. But if you watch those shows now, the editing, I don't know if everyone's on coke that's making them, right? But the shots are lazy. The whole point of the show is there's going to be this big meeting, right? And so a guy's going to pull up in his car and go talk to someone who's in another car. Yeah. The car will pull up in some big parking lot. 30 feet away, the guy will get out and shut the door and walk 30 feet to the other guy. Totally. No cutting. No editing, because they're like, we can kill some time walking from that giant, bad, late 70s American car to this one.
That's right. That's right. Like, people have no idea how lucky they are with Breaking Bad and the surprise, whatever, modern television. Right. We did those credit sequence things, the greatest event. So we had to go and watch like Simon and Simon episodes to find these certain scenes to get context on some of them. And like Bill Burr, like my memories of Simon and Simon are one thing. Like, it meant so much to me as a kid. But then kind of diving in and really watching, it's just a whole different thing. Like, I would challenge Bill Burr to binge Chips right now. Like, really see if he can hang in there.
Well, I'm sure I'll be getting a call from him very soon. I just saw him the other day. We had a lovely meal, and now he's going to feel like I betrayed him. I think we are in TV's golden age. I keep saying that it's just because clearly the whole business changed, but what you're describing, and now we sound like the 2 old men on the Muppet Show in the balcony. But you watched what was on, right? And you had an awareness sometimes, this doesn't seem that good, right? But it was all there was. Yeah, there's 3 networks, and also there's what comes in, meaning, what will my reception capture? Yes. Because sometimes there's a good show and you'd go to turn it on and there was the antenna. I keep moving the antenna around.
Yeah, that's right.
And so just this, I don't know.
It was inconsistent. Some nights CBS would come in great and some nights it was just garbage.
Right. And so now there's the other problem of I have 7,000 options. Yeah. And yes, there are some very obvious choices I can make. Yeah. When I know there's a really good documentary out, or, hey, Severance is back, I know what I'm doing. It's appointment television. Yeah. But then there's so much where people have told me, you've got to watch Gub Gub Nation. And I'm like, what is it?
So good. I love Gub Gub.
I do too. You're surrounded by people that love Gub Gub Nation.
And I'll be like, what's Gub Gub Nation?
We're Gub Gubbers.
We're just from way
back. Gubheads. What's up, everybody?
Season 1 Gubheads.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
And I'll say, what is it? And they'll be like, it takes place in an advertising agency. It's British, but you're going to really... And then I'll watch like 2 episodes. And
you got to hang in for 7.
You do.
7. Get to 7.
No, you have to.
Get to 7, because that's when the Gub Gubbers show up.
When those Gub Gubbers walk in, lights out.
The episode with the landslide.
Oh, boo.
It's divisive, but it's amazing.
Yeah, and we could because now kids can it's all dependent on, they can watch whatever they want. So it just depends on their taste, what they're going to watch. Back then, like you said, we just watched whatever was on, and that's how we came up with our taste, was by watching everything.
Yeah.
So it's just a completely, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Never mind.
I remember my writing partner, when I came out to LA for the first time, Greg Daniels, of course, the great Greg Daniels, he and I came out here and we're both 22 years old. There wasn't that much television. There was just, as I said, a couple of networks and a couple of big sitcoms and some dramas. And so you'd seen everything. There was no such thing as a show that you had never heard of, because there aren't that many shows.
Yeah.
So I remember once Greg and I are working late, and I think we were over at Sunset Gower Studios, which isn't too far from where we are now. And we're these like wide-eyed 22-year-old guys right out of college, and we're working on this show called Not Necessarily the News. But then we're also wandering around because we're like, wow, this is where they make television. Yeah. And we wandered onto, oh my God, this is the set where they make Benson.
Whoa.
And Benson with Robert Guillaume.
They were still making it?
I think they were still making it. And this would be 1985.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing an actual, this is the governor's mansion where Benson lives. And what? That's it. And it's, all the lights are kind of down. There's a couple of lights on, but there's like cloth over things.
They put the things, the sheets over the furniture.
And we're wandering in, and Greg and I mean, it's so funny now. Greg has made so much iconic TV, but I remember very clearly him being like, wow. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And then we walk in and we get up close and we look. And we're looking at the actual like vase and table. Yeah. And it's supposed to be a rich like governor's mansion. Yeah. And it looks like shit. Yeah. It's like, because
fake.
It's all fake, and it's all slapped on kind of fake gold paint. And that's the vase looks like it cost $2. And I remember having this revelation of, it's all a lie, man. Yeah.
Totally.
Benson's mansion sucks.
Yeah.
What is this? You know, and then having that realization over and over and over again whenever I was on a set and sitting down and like, this is the chair where the girls on Facts of Life sit?
Wow. How much time did you get to spend on the Facts of Life set?
I know.
I used to go over there a lot. Hang out in the chair. That sounds so creepy.
The chair.
Do you know where the chair is from Facts of Life? Where the ladies sit?
All of them at the same time?
There's that one scene. No, I don't.
Which one does Mrs. Garrett sit in?
Yeah.
Point me in the general direction.
Yeah.